and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here today, please make sure to click the subscribe button. But for all my returning subscribers, welcome to another video by your ultimate fave. Today is going to be a highly requested video, which is so weird because every single time I ask you guys what video you want to see, you always refer more to like mukbangs and vlogs. But this has been a highly requested makeup tutorial. In my last 2 or 3 videos, you guys have asked me how to achieve this particular makeup look that you've seen in my mukbangs, that you've seen in my vlogs. So I decided that I would give you guys a kind of get ready with me chit chat video and basically talk about how the good sis got ghosted. Yeah, it's weird, I know guys, I get ghosted. I told you guys, funny girls, we always lose, man. We always finish last. Like we finish, but we finish last, like numbers do no. I decided to show you guys how I achieved this look, and you guys will be happy to know that I achieved this with very low end products, and I am a patriot, so you guys will see a lot of well-known South African brands that are featured in this video. But yeah, if you guys want to know how to achieve this look, then please keep watching. And guys, before we go into the look, I just want you guys to make sure you check the description box for any sort of products you guys might have wanted to see in this video that I may have not mentioned. This is a Luna Luxe wig that I got from Cindy Khan. Yes, the wig that divided the nation. Wow, this brand has got people up in their feels. But yeah, I got this amazing wig from Luna Luxe Hair by Cindy Khan, and I will be using my favorite South African makeup brand at the moment, which is Hermosa Flor Cosmetics. If you guys haven't checked out those 2 brands, please make sure to check them out. I'll leave them in the description box below. But until then, I am going to be talking about how I got ghosted. I hate this so much. I didn't even want to get into it, but let's just get into the makeup tutorial and I'll show you guys everything you need to know about this look right here. Okay guys, so I'm back, and as you can see, I currently don't have my wig on, and that's because I've left my wig. I've kind of like washed it a little bit, so I want it to look really good for this video. But anyway, I just want to show you guys what I use for my eyebrows, right? So I use this pencil called Precisely My Brow, and you get this pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. Don't ask me about breaking my nails. You guys know I break my nails all the time. Thanks to Kaz. If you guys don't know her, you gotta love Kaz. Katlaho on Twitter. She's the one who actually recommended this to me. But anyway, because this is not like a brow tutorial, but if you want a brow tutorial, don't hesitate to give me a heads up. Now we can actually start with the makeup tutorial and talk about how your good sis got ghosted. Like, who still gets ghosted at their big ass age? Like, why are boys still ghosting girls at their big ass ages? Like, so you guys, when it comes to my eyes and when it comes to this particular foundation routine, I don't like to do anything when it comes to my eyes. I really like my eyes to be natural because I like my eyelashes to kind of take the forefront. So these are like my favorite foundations right now. So it's this Maybelline, whatever this was, I forgot, I lost the lid. And then it's the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and then it's the LA Girl Pro Matte. But you guys can see I've obviously been using these 2 a lot more because this one is a bit too light for my skin tone, which is weird because this color is also caramel. I don't know if it actually oxidizes, but I tried using it once and it was a bit weird for me. So I decided that I thought, oh, maybe I'm supposed to shake it. It's still a bit too light for me, and GRWM actually suggested this on her timeline. I saw her talking about this like constantly, and when I bought it I wasn't too impressed, but I think it's because of the color that I bought. This caramel is not the same color as this caramel. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna actually show you guys. Hopefully you guys can see the difference. Hey man, I don't know. Cool. So I'm just gonna put on my foundation and actually tell you guys how I got ghosted. Hey guys, I'm a tota. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see that I've got a little bit of red underneath my eye, and that's because I went to go do a chemical peel the other day and my skin was feeling absolutely horrible. So I went to go get a chemical peel, and I kind of like chemical peels, man. It makes me feel rich. Alright, so I'm gonna be taking my beauty blender because my brush is dirty. But let's talk about how I got ghosted, okay? So, now I am typically not the girl that approaches guys. I hate it. Call it an insecurity, call it what you must. But I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't approach boys. I get scared of them. They scare me. They look scary. They're 3-legged like little aliens. I don't know why we live in the same like place with boys. Like, I don't know why we live in the same like area as boys, but we do, guys. We just do. We have to cohabitate with these people, and the only boy I can tolerate at this day and age is my dad, and that's because without him, like, honestly, I'll die, literally. I won't be able to feed myself and I'll probably pass away. I don't like boys, and even when I do, I never approach them. And I can safely say that all my exes made their advances on me because I was so scared to like make my advances on them in general. And even the guys that I have liked, like, you'll tell by the things that I say, but I'll never outright say that I like you. Why? Why? That's your job, not my job. So I liked this guy that I met on social media. I really liked him, and I would see him and I would obviously see his posts, and I'd obviously, you know, my heart would kind of like do somersaults. And, you know, even when my heart did somersaults, there would even be moments where, like, you know, I'd make posts in reference to him, you know. And I don't know if he caught the drift, but I think he did at some point, because at some point or the other, your good sis got, like, you know, brave enough to jump in the DMs. So eventually, I think obviously he caught the drift and jumped into the DMs. We got along like a house on fire. Like, it wasn't anything that was too like common. Like, we weren't talking every day or anything of that nature, but we were talking like frequently. And the nice thing is that I would notice, like, he would notice my posts, and he would always say like, oh, you're so funny, you're so pretty, and things like that. And I really liked that, you guys. I really liked it because it showed that he was obviously feeling me the way I was feeling him. The girl and the boy were feeling each other. Yeah, guys, I like to take it up into my hairline, okay, guys? You need to always remember to, like, take it a bit down your neck and a bit up your hairline. So, okay, next step, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the Allego Pro Conceal, and I'm going to go in with the color Fawn. That's actually closest to my skin shade, and I'll tell you why. This Maybelline foundation is not entirely full coverage, but it is buildable. So it's kind of like a medium to buildable, like into full. But because I don't like having too much foundation on my skin, because I'm going to have a lot of products, and I kind of want that natural dewy finish. I don't want you to see me and see that. You guys have noticed in my videos, especially when I do mukbangs and the last vlog that I had, a lot of people were talking about how they like how natural my makeup looks, even when you can see that I've done a full face beat. And this is like how I achieve it. I like having the foundation, but I don't like a foundation that's too full on the skin. So I'm going to go in with a concealer that's literally like the same shade as my skin tone. But this concealer is very like full coverage. This one is going to be the one that actually creates the, you know, the full coverage, and it actually conceals what I needed to conceal without having like a dense foundation. You don't really want to have like a dense foundation. If you want that dewy finish, then you really can't be out here with like a really dense foundation. So this gent is feeling me, I'm feeling him, we're talking in the DMs. Okay. And then I don't know, I think for the first time in a really long time, I was the one who kind of told him how I felt about him. And I think that was the first mistake that I made. I told him how I feel about it. And I said this in my previous mukbang. Do not go around telling boys how you feel about them. Why? So I went and I told him how I felt about him. I just like how Kuku says, I went and I told him how I felt about him, yeah? That was a big mistake. That was the mistake yomhlaba, actually. If anything, I regret that. I regret telling him how I felt about him, because his actions, and I literally even said to him, I was like, dude, you give me these vibes as someone, as like the caliber of nigga that I wouldn't like. But because everybody spoke so highly of him, I obviously convinced myself that, nah, he's not the gent that I think he is, when actually he was the gent that I thought he is. No, maybe he's not, guys. Maybe I'm just upset because I got ghosted, but who knows. So, okay, fine, baby boy. Hey, guys, I can't believe this nigga ghosted me. And then, eventually, we spoke, and he basically kind of made a move. Like, as much as he knew, because I initiated how I felt, he kind of, okay, I'm gonna put a little on my forehead. I don't want that brightness that you guys would be used to. But eventually, guys, he made a move. Like, he made like a move on me and basically invited me out. And we spoke about going out all the time. We spoke about, oh, we should do lunch, we should do this. But we never really acted on it, because I think, you know what, I was very busy. I was always busy. And I don't know, man. I never wanted to seem desperate, and I can assume that he was also busy and he never wanted to seem like, oh my god, I'm dying over you. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of us were just very nervous to kind of like take the chance on each other, which is okay, and I don't blame him for that. I really, honestly, I don't blame him for that. But I think it was when he made the move of like actually wanting to hang out with me, and I was just like, you know, because the thing is, you have to handle, you need to accept that if you make a move on someone, or if you initiate your feelings for someone, you need to accept the fact that you can either get rejected or someone can really, really like you. You get what I'm saying? So you have to accept, like, what's gonna happen is what's gonna happen. And when he liked me back, I was just like, oh my god. Oh, the door's just not closed. Okay guys, so to bake, you know what, Fawn baby, she suggested this to me, but I didn't particularly like it. But maybe it's probably because I took a really light shade. I took the shade Banana when I probably should have taken the shade like Honey. So I'm probably gonna use my Sasha Buttercup, but I like to mix them, but it never works. I'm gonna use this one because this one is too light for me, and I literally paid $1,000 for this. I don't even know why I did that to myself. So one day, he basically took the plunge and told me, like, bro, I'm feeling you. I really like you. No. I took the plunge and I said, listen, dude, let me be straight up with you. Like, I really, really like you, and this is what's going on. Okay. Can you see, guys, I'm putting like it around my nose because I'm one person who tends to perspire a lot around my T-zone. So I like to make sure that those spaces are completely covered, and then I like to just put in a little bit on the actual nose and around my mouth. I think the tip here to have that very contoured look with it being natural is that I do this. I go literally underneath the part where you guys would contour. So now I don't use contouring cream, like I don't use the cream version. I literally just keep the highlight there because, like I said, I don't want a deep contour. And I think that a lot of South African makeup artists, sometimes they want to pull off that natural look, but then they don't do it properly because I have a really deep, very like cut creasy, you know. So to create that cut crease effect without having to actually do the cut crease version of it, this is what you can do. You guys will see why this works when I remove all of this, right? Okay. Hey guys, so guys, for my eyes, I'm just going to be using this Hermosa Flow Cosmetics White Lily palette. I told you guys I've been dying over this. It's been amazing on my skin. Like, it's literally been amazing. So guys, this guy, basically, this gent, I'm gonna take the color Angel, and I'm literally using one color, just one. You guys will understand. This gent one day tells me, "Ay man, baby girl, I actually want you and I to go out to a specific event." And I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. Like, he took the plunge. Can you see, you guys? Like, I'm literally patting it on my actual eyeball. And this is where, like, you know where they say where you get the kotta places, the dirtiest places where you buy the kottas are the most delicious. You know what I'm talking about. Dirty makeup brushes. What to do? Welcome to the party. So he basically, you see guys, I'm literally just going to like softly kind of what's this, take away that line of demarcation and blend that part out. And that's because, like I said, one eyeshadow, just one, nothing else. It's literally just the color Angel. And from time to time when I feel like that isn't blending out correctly, I'm going to add a little bit more on the other brush, and literally from down going up. It's not even from up going down at this point, it's from down going up. It's not the easiest technique, but once you give yourself a chance, and because this eyeshadow palette is very pigmented, it kind of works out better in your favor that way. Like, it really works, and they blend out really, really easily. That's what I like about the White Lily palette, and that's why I can pull it off with the White Lily palette. This guy invited me, guys. He was like, hey, let's go to this particular event, and I really want to go with you, and whatever the case may be. And I was like, oh my god, that's really nice of you. I would love to go with you. And I got excited as per usual, because the thing with me is that as cool and as funny and as thuggish as I may seem on the timeline, I really am a lover, guys. I really am a lover, and I've always wanted someone who will show me the same affection that I would show them. And it's very unfortunate that I never got that in the past, I don't know how many years. I never really got the same affection, and I normally would always categorize someone who would ill-treat me as affection because he would always make up for his setbacks. Cool, not a problem. Am I saying I've never been loved? No. I'm just saying I've never been shown the same value of love that I've shown others. I hate it so much, and I've always, like, you know, I'm very afraid of falling in love again, and that's just what it is. This guy invited me out. He was like, no, let's go to this particular event. I really want to go with you. So I got excited as per usual. Nothing too hectic. That was really nice of him. And then, guys, the weekend gets here. And then he calls me on the Friday prior to this particular event, and he basically tells me, nah dude, so here's the setup, here's what we're gonna do, and whatever the case may be. Okay guys, I'm adding a little bit of chastity, not too much but just a little bit. Chastity is this color. He tells me like, no dude, this is the setup for the weekend and things like that, and I'm like, oh okay, cool. He didn't seem like he was inviting me, guys. He was just telling me, he was informing me. It felt very like, I'm just informing you what's happening. And then I was like, okay, because at the end of the day I knew that our setup was on the Sunday, right? Our setup was on the Sunday. It was not on the Friday or the Saturday. So he was breaking down his weekend essentially for me, and I was like, oh okay, that's great, cool stuff, not a problem, see you on Sunday. Okay, fine. I watch his snaps. I watch, hey guys, having fun, what. And then a friend of mine says to me, bro, I just saw this gent. And like, cause she's like a very good friend of mine. And I basically asked her, dude, do you know anything about this gent? And if you do, just give me a breakdown, what kind of a guy he is. And like, she was like, no, he's a great guy, he's a good guy, whatever. Like everybody gave him basically the same like outcome and whatever the case may be. And of which I appreciated even more, because then it kind of made things easier. I didn't want to end up liking some loser, you know? I didn't want to end up liking some like really stiff loser gent and whatever the case was. So I was just like, okay, cool. Okay guys, I'm gonna use some duo glue to put on my lashes. I really like the duo glue. Thanks so much to K. I think it was K for the recommendation. I'm not entirely sure it was. I lie. No. I only got a hold of this duo glue because I ordered lashes from Nandi. Yo guys, I'm such a patriot. Like I literally support all the girls, like all of them. Like take my coins, all of you. So guys, I watched his snaps the whole weekend, ne? And now bear in mind, from Friday I'm watching, I'm chilling. I was supposed to go out with my friends, but I ended up not going out because I was just like, aye man, you know what, I've changed. I'm not the same person that I used to be, and I don't like forcing myself to go out in spaces where I don't want to go out. So I didn't go out, and I'm watching this nigga snaps and I'm like, you know what, actually guys, I'm gonna put on my lashes and I'll be right back because this is gonna take too long. So now I'm gonna contour. I'm gonna be using this angled brush plus my basically contouring Smashbox trio. What is this even called? Contour palette de fourniture. I don't know how you say that. I'm gonna start with this dark color and I'm gonna build up with this orange one, and you're gonna see how I'm gonna do it. It's just, this is basically for contour, but this is mostly to bring color to my face. And you'll see I don't like to use a lot of this product because it's really dark and it does have that contouring effect, so be very careful. So you see, I'm just gonna go in with that angled brush, and you see already how it creates a natural contouring line because of what we did with the setting powder. Right, so where was I, guys? I watched him go out. Okay, cool, no problemo. My friend hits me up, she's like, how, mate? How? I thought you'd be here. You told me you're linking up with this gent. And I'm like, oh, bruh. Evidently, this gent doesn't want me to be at that particular event. But I didn't mind because, like I said, Sunday was Sunday. I'm seeing him on Sunday. I didn't want to see him anyway. I wanted our first time to be very, like, I don't know, not too sentimental, but like just us. I didn't want to be around him and my friends and people that I knew. I don't want to be around him and mutuals. Okay, not a problem. She basically was out with him that particular night, and I was like, nah, it's all chill, it's stressless, like don't even worry about it, have fun, tell me how it goes. And she was like, alright, cool. Guys, Saturday is when it started being a mess. Before we go into that, I want to show you guys. Now I'm going to go in with that orange. With that deep like tangerine orange. And it's basically going to build up in terms of the warmth on my face. Hey, okay. Can you see that? Like my face kind of looks warmer. But anyway, okay, cool. On Saturday, now... on Saturday is where the mess really kind of started solidifying, I suppose. Because on Saturday... another friend of mine, which is so weird because I think everyone could just basically see our interaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't hiding it, but I also wasn't being very, you know, I was just being, you know, whatever. Guys, for my nose, I don't like using that deep contour because it's a bit too dark. So I use this one. I use this contour because I like to keep it very natural. And I just use like a very like opened toned brush that I got from Hermosa Flor Cosmetics. Okay, Saturday, guys, a friend of mine goes, and then Wanakante, what was the mission? Were you not supposed to go out with this gent? And were you not supposed to go out with this gent, essentially? I'm like, how, Chomi? I was. Kanteke, what's going on, guys? And then she sends me, a post, basically, of this gent and like who he's with, essentially. And I kind of got put off because the gent and I discussed the context of what was happening that particular day, and it was kind of irritating because he didn't invite me, nor did I want to be there. But it was like, oh, okay, so you're telling me about plans for somebody else. Okay, Borex, but we move. I'm gonna go in with this friendship color. I don't know if you guys can see, it's a little bit more brown, so I'm gonna go in with that and go in with just a little bit of chastity under my eyes. So then we move, right? And I'm like, all right, okay, guys, this guy obviously wanted to go be with other people, and that's perfectly fine. These could be people he's known way before he met me. I didn't care. I wake up in the morning, Ibilana, I'm feeling fresh. How? I'm ready. Lankuta haker, I'm ready. I'm ready, guys. I'm ready for the date. I'm ready. For my blush, I'm going to be going in with that Sweetest Cocoa that I got from MAC like a little over a year ago. It's still my favorite. There isn't any other blush that tops this one, in all honesty. Sunday gets here, guys. I wake up, I'm feeling very like, okay, it's our day. He's been with his friends. Now it's going to be our day. No phone call, no text, no nothing. So I'm like, all right. Then I go into his snaps, and I go into his socials. Moto is at that very like thing that he said we're gonna go to together, and I'm just like, hi, hey, what's happening? What's going on? I'm gonna go in with my highlighter quickly from Bobbi Brown, and I'm gonna be using this kind of flat brush that I got from Hermosa Flor. I love my Hermosa Flor brushes, actually. Like, just a quick like off the topic, I love them. But anyway, guys, Sunday gets here, my boy doesn't say anything to me. I check on his snaps. My boy is still living. It's nice. Like, it's so nice for him. Like, he's having the time of his life. So instead of like blowing up his phone and going off, which is what Naledi would normally do, I kept quiet. I kept quiet because I thought to myself, you know what, Moto, we don't know each other, and it could be a specific reason as to why, you know, he didn't want to link up or whatever the case may have been, which is also fair. You need to understand that people have their own issues that they're going through. You can't get there and want to be, hey, the end all and be all of the situation. And then now, personally, I just thought that he honestly got caught in the middle of something that he couldn't get himself out of. In the sense that the day before, he was with a specific honey that he probably thought, shit, like, so it was one of those things where, you know, when a nigga is tied up but can't say that he's tied up, or when a nigga spends time with you and then you don't want to leave, and then he's like, you know what I'm saying? So guys, for my lips, I'm gonna go in with Hermosa Flor in the color Nandi. It's a mixture of this. It's a mixture of Hermosa Flor Cosmetics Nandi and my, is it Maybelline? Oh, my Loreal Ultra Matte in the color Sweet Tooth. And then I'm going to be using this kind of lip brush, which was probably for my eyebrows, but I made it into like a lip brush. Baby boy continued with his live. Like continued. So I've just outlined my lips with the Nandi. I don't put it in the middle because this is where this comes in, and this is where you guys kind of enjoy that blend. So yeah, guys, I was disappointed. I was irritated, to say the least. And it kind of, woo, on my teeth. It kind of solidified why I would never, ever tell a guy how I feel. Like at some point I was open to the idea of really kind of communicating with the nigga and telling you like, no, I like you. I thought that really, like, there is a time where us women, we must, you know, we must just like get some balls. But no, not anymore. And that's that secret news that you guys like. Yeah, guys, so he ghosted me. He didn't say anything. I sent him a message, I think, on the Tuesday, and I was just like, dude, what you kind of did was really fucky, considering the fact that I never came to you. I never bothered you. Like, I was just chilling in my corner. I was not asking for too much. I basically told you how I feel, and I kept it moving. And I was really irritated at basically how he just left me hanging. But I'm not mad, because the thing is, you know, for me, I've been very understanding. I'm a person who's genuinely very understanding. For someone who actually pops off, like I pop off like crazy, but I'm naturally I lean more to understanding what people are going through, because I don't ever want to put myself in a position where I think that I can kind of control how people are supposed to act around me. I've only ever did that with like serious relationships, and that's because I felt I had a right to, like in certain situations where I was too understanding where I didn't need to be. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what happened. I forgave him, but I was just like, ooh. Would I go back down that avenue? No, absolutely not. I'm too beautiful, and I just showed you guys how to achieve this beautifulness. To go back down to those niggas, no. Okay, guys, let me go put on my wig, and I'm gonna show you guys the final look, right? So I'm back, and I'm wearing my wig. I'm wearing my wig from Luna Lux. The wig that divided the nation. But you know what, Twitter was in shambles yesterday because of this damn wig, but I'm not even going to talk about it, because South African Twitter is just, it's a whole ball of like funny things. But yeah, this wig, honestly, this brand Luna Lux has been dividing the nation, and you know, Cindy girl, got your back. But anyway, guys, this is the end of the makeup tutorial, and basically how the story ended was that I told him how I felt. I said my 2 cents. He apologized. He was a real gentleman about it. But it was weird, man. It was so weird getting ghosted. It was like one of those things where, you know, you think like, personally for me, I've never gotten ghosted because I've never really been approached by men who never had any other intention besides to really be with me. So being ghosted for me was weird, because it was just like, I didn't even bother you. You came out of your little hole and crept here, and then you ghosted me. But whatever. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is the end of the makeup tutorial and the end of the get ready with me. I am now going to go meet up with my manager. That sounds so weird. I sound like such, you know, I sound like such an upper echelon honey. I'm gonna go meet up with my manager. But thank you so much for watching. This is the look you guys have all been requesting and all been saying that you absolutely love this look in my videos. So I tried by all means to show you guys how you can achieve this at definitely a low cost. If you guys want me to do any other makeup looks for the springtime and kind of show you guys how to achieve those makeup looks at a fraction of the price, please comment down below. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. Bye.